There are some chapters and things that life will take you through, and when you come out on the other side, you come out a whole different, like really different person. I have been through so much, sleeping in a car, losing my apartment, sleeping outside in Skid Row, and like just the whole thing of life, being bullied for being a refugee back in a refugee camp in Zambia, coming to the United States, having to start school in 9th grade and being an ESL student, and the American kids making fun of you, going through all that stuff. And today I am here seeing the worst of the worst part of like down here. This is a homeless lobby hotel in Caesar Hotel in Skid Row, a very famous hotel. It used to be a very famous hotel, but because of the dark history of it, a lot of people have died here. A lot of Netflix movie making companies have come down here and made movies about this hotel, trying to portray it like it's a haunted hotel and all that stuff. It's in Skid Row. So like going through all these dark places in my life, and today having to sleep in this having to sleep in this hotel for few days for programs to help me get back on my feet and all that stuff. So you see so much things in life, you see a lot of things in life, but the thing about that is it changes you, it shapes you into a different person. I find myself, I used to be very quiet. No, I take that back. I used to be very talkative. I used to be very I used to laugh a lot. But then the more you go through life, the more you go through things, you start becoming more and more quiet and more serious. And it's like trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. And when that trauma has not get you to lose your mental yourself, the more you're fighting it, the more you're holding it, the more you quiet you become, But then when you become successful on the other side, you are not taking BS from people, and you are too strict with people. You are too straightforward with people. You don't want to, how family members feel entitled, just because you're a family member, they need to eat your money or whatever. When you want them to work for it, people start feeling like you are acting up, without knowing that you went through so much things, and those things have shaped you to become into who you are. Like me right now, it's so much. I feel like if it wasn't for my purpose in life, my goals and everything, it would be easy for somebody to lose their life to substances like drug use, or I don't know, just escaping who has a dog in here? So just escaping the harshness of life, because I don't know why me, but I have seen so much harshness of life, Being born, when I was born, my parent had to flee a war in Lubumbashi between the Kasayans and the Katangis. And my life as I know it, started in a refugee camp in Zambia. And there we were seen as the untouchable, the undesirable, the low of the lowest. You get, so we were treated as such. At the point you start feeling like God created you to serve and to be a doormat for other people, to be the low of the lowest for other people, to serve them. And on top of that, my mom used to like read a lot of Bible for us. And Christianity paint this picture like certain, as an African, there is no inspiring somebody from the Bible that you can look up to. So you start feeling like, oh, okay, so I was created to serve other people. I mean, we were all created to serve other people with our gift. The gift of music, the gift of fashion means I love fashion, I love creating clothes. I can create clothes that is serving for other people. If I create certain stylish clothes for somebody, they dress up, they feel good with their self-confident, whatever, that is gift. I do modeling, whatever, like that is gift. You can sing, that is a gift. You can cook, that is a gift. But I'm not talking about that serving. I'm talking about when you feel like you are a slave, when you feel like you are an outcast, when you feel like you are half a human being, you get. And then coming to America as a refugee, you see like Africans have this way of talking to Americans. They humble themselves. They act like the American person is like a godly person. So that even enforced more to me, feeling that like, fuck. So it's kind of like enforces that idea of like being an outcast. But then on top of all that, being bullied, being looked down on and all that stuff, life just throw a lot of things at me. My modeling contract getting messed up, being blackmailed, losing an apartment, sleeping in a car, police harassment, being detained for no reason, them searching my car for no reason. You feel scary, like when the police is flashing inside your car with the hand on a weapon and you are sleeping in there. They can shoot you at, like, especially when you are sleeping, they don't know that you are sleeping in the back of your car, so you are more likely to get shot. So what I used to do is I'll like raise my hands up, they'll see both my hands, then I'll like shake my head so my blanket can like drop, and then they'll like take me out the car and search my car and all that stuff, and all that stuff, now sleeping in Skid Row. Before coming to this place, I slept at a place called Midnight Mission in Skid Row. I thought I was going to get a bed, but it is not a bed. It is actually, they give you the right to sleep outside their place, not inside. The women slept inside, but the men slept outside. So like just spending a night in Skid Row, seeing how lawless, like a really lawless place can be, the amount of fights, the amount of like I don't know, like just violence, and like how somebody is fighting against themselves mentally, how somebody is like hurting themselves. I'm talking about like cutting themselves, because I don't know, they are suffering from mental health problem. You see all that stuff, and I'm in a line in Skid Row going to get lunch. People driving, passing by, and they're looking at you. It reminds you like flashbacks in the refugee camp when you used to make lines to like get food and all that, fighting for food, clothes and all that in lines, you know. So it's like, God, why am I going through all this stuff? It's so much darkness, you know, so much. If it wasn't for my purpose, if it wasn't for like how, I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to do anything to make my dreams become reality. So if it wasn't, and this thing is not like I'm forcing myself, it's something that life chose for me. And for some reason, I'm so obsessed with like making it a reality. So that purpose has been a number one key that kept me so strong and put a smile on my face, regardless of the situation that I find myself in, whether it's running from a modeling company that wanted to like blackmail me and use me just because they had money, you know, do whatever they wanted to do with me, or whether it was me sleeping in my car, getting robbed, police flashing inside my car, drawing their weapon and telling me to get out of my car and all that stuff, or whether it was me getting in line in Skid Row, you know, that purpose of I am here for a mission and this is going to be alright. That is what has kept me happy, has kept me from like suicidal thoughts. That has what has kept me from feeling like the storm, the harshness is going to end and a sign is going to come out for me, because like it feels a lot of like dark cloud, you know, like on top of me is a big dark heavy cloud since I was born, starting from my bloodline. You get like bloodline of poverty on top of poverty on top of poverty, and when you come from a poverty family, the people in that family don't even get along. My uncles, aunties, and like people from my like mom's side or whatever, they don't even get along with each other, because like survival mode, everybody are trying to survive. Nobody has time to like building that relationship and stuff. And then when you get in a position, they try to use you. Like when we came to America, when we used to live in a refugee camp, they never really came to visit. It was only like like 1 day journey, you know, but they never came to see us. But then when we came to America, that's when they like, for some reason, my mom was able to connect with them, like phone numbers and stuff. That's when they start like trying to build that, like call me this and this, you know. Like for me, I can't do that, you know. I can't do that. So spending all your life under a dark cloud, coming to the United States, going to school, you know, and dropping out of school, now like seeing the worst of the worst in America. Skid Row in Los Angeles is one of the most dangerous place, and like you can see the worst of America in this place. So for me to see all that refugee life stuff, being bullied and like coming down here is like fuck. And now spending few days at this hotel, it has a lot of dark history. So it's like, man, what is like God, what is this? You get, but I believe the darker things that I've seen, I am confident in myself that there are going to be brighter days that are equal to the darkness of what I have seen and what I am seeing. So I don't know for somebody who has no purpose, who's going through this, So when I see somebody truly like taking drugs and just to escape the harshness of reality, I understand, like I'm not condemning like people to use drugs or all that stuff. I will never in my life turn to drugs or whatever. But you can be so vulnerable. Like, it is easy when you don't have a purpose to get trapped into those things. Imagine I'm in Skid Row. I'm not there for a purpose. My brain will trick me to thinking like this is where my life ends. Guess what? Now I'll turn to drugs. But for me, thank God, I have a GPS. I have a camper. Like, I have a map that is directing me. I know like, hey, this is just a detour. I need to do this. I need to do that. That is what has been, like, just keep me moving. And because of this, I am developing characteristics that are very strict, quiet, and like just a person that I need to be in order to maintain that success. I just feel like God is taking me through this because of the bigger reward that is ahead of me, and like if I do not go through this, I will not handle that reward when I reach that place.